Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing what if Deku had half cold, half hot. Now before we start, I want to note that this is not going to be the same quirk that Todoroki has. It's going to be a bit more different, with one difference. His mother Inko is going to have an ice quirk, and Deku's father is still gonna have the same fire breathing quirk, but it'll be a bit more evolved. Yeah, so these quirks will merge together to make this new quirk, which in Deku's case is like his own version of half hot, half cold. Instead of his right side shooting ice, it shoots fire. Green fire to be exact. And his left side shoots ice. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Start off with Deku going to the quirk doctors. Deku's excited to see what his quirk is. And when the doctors say he has a quirk, and they begin to describe it, saying that Deku has a combination between his father's and mother's quirk, but one of his sides has been more evolved due to his father having a fire breathing quirk. So they decide to name this quirk half cold, half hot, because not so long ago, another kid actually came into their hospital with the same exact quirk, but it was more different with it being called half hot, half cold. And he would wonder which one would be the strongest in the future. Deku being very excited and wants to train now to become a hero. And then we have a time skip as Deku begins to train his body to handle his quirk. And he's not as skilled as Todoroki is. He can shoot like fireballs and ice balls. Like he shoots ice balls and someone freezes. Well, he'll get stronger later on, but unlike in canon, Bakugo isn't as mean as he was in canon. I mean, he was a little bit jealous. He doesn't really pick on Deku at this point. And they would begin to train together as they would often spar and lift weights and teach their bodies how to handle their quirks. It's kind of like Bakugo has a head start on fighting Todoroki because he's basically fighting a weaker version. But Deku won't be as weak as Todoroki anymore, because he's actually using his fire side, unlike Todoroki, who doesn't want to use it. But anyways, we go on with the last year of middle school, and Deku still gets attacked by the sludge villain, but unlike in canon, he actually knows how to handle this situation as he begins to fight back with his fire and ice. And long enough for All Might to arrive and uses a Texas Smash to blow away the sludge villain. And Deku would be fanboying out, seeing as All Might is still his favorite hero. And he would ask for an autograph, which All Might would do. And All Might would ask, "So, what do you want to be when you grow up?" Deku would gladly say, I want to be a hero. I always wanted to be like you, All Might, someone who protects others with a smile. With my quirk, with my own power, I will train to become the next symbol of peace. I would smile at this and say, well, with your quirk, I can say you definitely could become the next symbol of peace. And then we time skip to after the 10 months of training. Deku has gotten more skilled, not as skilled, but yeah, he's been training. And he still doesn't forget to study, so he still gets the same score, but anyways, he still meets Uraraka because he tripped again. And I just want to say that because he wouldn't trip, but he accidentally uses his ice, and I don't know, sometimes he can't quite control it on his feet. And so he still meets Uraraka and takes the exam with him getting the same score as he did in canon. But Ito would still get a little bit annoyed by him because Deku still had his muttering, and he thought that Deku was gonna distract Uraraka. And then the exam would begin. Deku doing a lot better because he's using his fire and ice to shoot fireballs and flamethrowers at 2-pointers and 1-pointers and 3-pointers, and using his ice to slow down most of them or making them slip to attack him. Eventually, he gets around 41 points. But the 0-pointer comes out, and Uraraka still gets stuck under the rubble. And then Deku, still wanting to save her, like she did before, decides to just risk it, and then jumps up, creates big ice tower to get him up high enough. He uses his fire to propel himself as he uses his ultimate move, dual beam, or whatever. I don't know what I should call it, but yeah, he shoots his fire and ice kind of like prominence burn. So I'll let you guys figure that out later on. By the way, if you want me to give Deku one for all, leave it in the comment below. Anyways, so yeah, Deku ends up freezing and burning the head of the 0-pointer enough for it to be slowed down, and he picks up the rubble from Uraraka and carries her away from the 0-pointer. As then the test would be finished, Deku placing Uraraka down, catching his breath, and then recovery would come out to heal Uraraka's ankle. And then Deku would go home a week later. His exception letter comes in. Deku stares at the letter for a minute before eventually opening the letter. And then out comes All Might and telling Deku about his score and revealing that there was actually a hidden part of the exam nobody knew about. And that was rescue points. When he saved Uraraka, he got 60 hero points. So that leaves him with around 101 total points. Deku would be so happy about this, as then the next day, Deku gets ready for his first day at UA. To be continued. Now, I know this was a bit short, but I'm still kind of working on what if I was transported into Pokemon. I mean, I got the third part finished out. I'm still working on the fourth one. So again, if you want me to give Deku one for all, just leave it in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you later.